Well, hello. We have some news to share with everyone, and so we thought we would just do it this way. So our news is that we have decided not to go west to Corpus Christi. So our original plan was to leave Mobile, Alabama, and then go west to Corpus Christi and spend, a couple of months there. But since we are so late in the year and we're still in Mobile and we're still not sure exactly when we're going to leave, we decided not to go west. So I called my good friend Dina there and let her know, and she's of course disappointed, but yet at the same time she is happy and excited for us living our dream and doing what we love. So
this came about as we were celebrating my birthday last night, and I said something about heading west or something in all that context, and Mary asked me, do you still want to go west? As if I was the only one that wanted that necessarily.
Well,
but we were both thinking about the fact that it's getting late. If we hadn't gotten delayed in Alton, and it not necessarily because of us going north, we knew that was a part of it, but there was a delay there for waiting for things to get to us in Alton, and then a matter of a delay at where else? Green Turtle. We spent a little bit longer time there than what we would have done there in Kentucky. Grand Harbor wasn't so bad. We didn't stay there for very long. And then Demopolis, we ended up staying longer to get down the rivers because of mechanical issues, which were diagnosed but not able to get fixed at that point. That's why we've been here in Mobile for 2 weeks as of today.
Yeah.
Is that there has been a couple of mechanical things that aren't major, but we want to get done. They could end up being major if we let them go too long.
Right.
So
exactly.
Trying to get those things done, or at least in a way that we can, and it kept delaying us going west. Well, going west takes 2 weeks to go from here to Corpus Christi. If we could get straight through, depending on what's going on, you could do it in as little as 10 days if we could do 10 knots, which we wouldn't have been able to do, averaging that each day for 6 hours. But 9 knots for 8 hours, that gets us a pretty fair chunk of real estate. So we could do it between 10 days and probably just a little over 2 weeks, depending on what we could do. But then that would only mean that while we would get there sometime just before Christmas now, or right around Christmas, yeah, that'd be the 27th actually. If we left 14 days from today is the 13th, so yeah, that'd be the 27th we would get to Corpus Christi. And then probably have to turn around after about a month, maybe two, maybe a month and a half, maybe the end of January, instead of staying for as long as we were thinking. It takes almost a month to get back then over to Florida. So it's 2 weeks west or 2 weeks east. And I would say putting that down into like the Tampa Bay area, getting us to is the 2 week period there. And then we're in Florida, and then we can do whatever we want. Instead of trying to do all that and justifying the fuel, although the cost of fuel is cheaper west, but we would be using a lot of it going that way, we're just going to go east. And with the east brings a little bit more security in that there are other loopers that are still going in that direction. We would have been one of the few people going west. Not that would be impossible for us to do, but it's nicer to do with friends. We'll put it that way.
For sure.
And once we head east, then it does open us up to a few other things, which we could be doing over the winter anyway. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. We're hoping that we can minimize the amount of time in marinas, because from what people tell us, it's a fairly pricey. The fees for marinas are much more expensive, and the cost of fuel is much more expensive in Florida too.
Well, that's just the way it is, and it would have been that way
anyway.
for us anyway,
But
and with the added cost of going west. So we'll save some money by not going west.
Right. And the guy who's part of the mechanic marine technicians here at Middleton Marine here by Dog River Marina, said that if we were going east, he could recommend some places for some of these things to get fixed, because they're kind of backed up. So he's going to make some of these things, try to make some changes to see if he can get it anywhere. But if he can't, and I'll talk to him on Monday about this, since we just made this decision, that he might just give us recommendations and maybe get the parts to us, which hopefully that would work, and then we could get ourselves underway and get things done.
Yep, so that's our news, and we hope that you'll keep following along and like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media channels. We're at Lutz Getaway on everything, so you can find us on TikTok and then also Patreon. So it's patreon.com/Lutz Getaway. You can follow us there, and if you feel so inclined, give us a little support to help keep us afloat. All right.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Jen, love you. See you. Bye.